Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A very warm welcome to meeting number 49 of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. I am Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay, your Sergeant at Arms at your service for today's meeting. As a Sergeant at Arms, it's my duty to highlight some key points for the meeting. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours. I urge everybody to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit out of it. Your video should be on and your audio should be off. And I would request you to unmute yourself when you're called to speak or need to speak. Regarding of the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on any of these topics, we at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club request all the speakers, guests, and role takers to be mindful, responsible, and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Our club mission is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Let me now hand over the stage to the presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Mita Shah. Mita Shah is a teacher by passion and profession with a focus on building a strong foundation through early childhood education for children. She is currently the president of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Mita, the stage is all yours.
Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. That was our Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay. Let's give her a huge round of applause. Happy evening to family members of the Gabbys, fellow Toastmasters and guests. On this note, I open this meeting number 49 of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club to order. We as a club sincerely appreciate that every time we get an opportunity to welcome so many guests and visiting Toastmaster regularly. I see there's a guest, only the Roshni is there. Okay, so we have a guest as a speaker guest. So we request the speaker guest give an opportunity to welcome. And we ask would like to take this opportunity to share the stage time of our guests. So visiting Toastmasters today, but unfortunately, we have only one guest as a speaker. So that one introduction will be given later. So thank you so much for joining and taking up the speech slot. Now we have few announcements.
Mita ma'am, we have DTM Akshay also was just joined.
Okay. So DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh, thank you for joining and taking up a role. So on Saturday, 16th November, last week, we had an area contest of B1, B2, B3, B4 and an evaluation and table topic contest. So in that, we had members who has taken up the stage of District 92, where our club members represented and reached the podium. A standing ovation to the champions of the Gabbys, whose brilliance has illuminated the evaluation and table topic with unparalleled grace and mastery. So your victories are just not milestone, but a testament to our unwavering dedication and your elocution. So the winners for that thing we have. So winners are Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta, first for table topics and evaluation contest. Next for the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, area B1, District 92. Next we have Arshin K. Chug. She came first for evaluation and third for table topic. Let's give huge round of applause to all these winners. Then the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, area B2, District 92. Now Gauri Agarwal, she won for the first for evaluation from the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club, area B3, District 92. Then Mavichan K, he got second for table topic, the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club, Area B3, District 92. So each one have etched your name in the annals of excellence, leaving an indelible mark of inspiration for us. So as now, let's give a huge round of applause for all these winners of the contest at this District 92. The Gabbys for your success. Now, for the benefit of guests, let me share a brief history. I know there are no guests, but since our this one recording is going in YouTube, so there might be new members who will be listening this. So for them also, I'm just sharing a brief history of about Toastmasters. So the first Toastmasters Club was founded in 1924 at Santa Ana, California by none other than Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. To be specific, Toastmasters completed 100 years on 22nd October 2024, which is non-profit organization spread across 149 plus countries and 16K clubs across the globe. If I may say, it is an institute to practice communication and leadership skills. We, the Gabbys, is one family with 3 clubs. We meet 3 days in a week. The Gabbys International Toastmasters Club meets on every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time online. The Gabbys Toastmasters Club meets on every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon Indian Standard Time hybrid. The Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club meets on every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time online. Now, let's introduce the theme. So today we are diving into the theme simplicity. What you all knows about the simplicity? What do you think? What is simplicity means according to you? According to me, the meaning of simplicity is the fact of finding in childhood means simplicity. Look at the world with the child's eye, and it's very beautiful. This quote is given by Kailash Satyarthi. And even I think that, because in a school, we see the children, each different age group, but for them, everything is simple. Like they are very simple to that, very down to earth. They don't know what is egoism, what is this. Anytime you will say, they'll be very simply answer, they'll be very cute to answer for everything. So I believe simplicity is the best policy. And I also believe in that. So for that, to know more about the simplicity, to know more about this theme, we have our most important role player, the Toastmaster of the day, someone special who is a finance professional working for Capgemini as a director based in Bangalore. Loves public speaking, reading, and currently learning rich man game golf. Currently is the vice president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. So let's welcome our Toastmaster of the day with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. The virtual stage is yours. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer Mita Shah, for that wonderful introduction. I hope I am audible and visible to all of you. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, a rich man's game being played by a poor man, that is golf. I agree with you totally, Presiding Officer Mita Shah. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will dwell a little bit on this concept called simplicity. So what exactly is simplicity? Some textbook definition says it's a timeless concept that can be a key to happiness and contentment. Yeah. Another definition says that it can be a way to live a less hectic life and can help you appreciate the little things in life. So some of the benefits that we get by living simple or by practicing simplicity, right? It can reduce stress and anxiety. It can help you live in the present moment. It can help you focus on what matters most, like health, relationships, nature, etc. Now, before I delve a little more into how to practice simplicity or uh, what are the challenges in practicing simplicity, can I involve the audience here to understand from you people what do you think simplicity is all about? I know we have very less number of people, very, very strange for the Gabbys, but nevertheless, uh, I would request some of you to volunteer and let us know what simplicity means to you.
In my opinion,
Yes.
simplicity is that accept the things as they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accept things as they are.
Is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Profound. Anybody else?
For me, simplicity would be to do things in a natural manner, not to overcomplicate
Yeah,
everything.
exactly. Very true. Anybody else who wants to volunteer? What is simplicity to you? Yes, Toastmaster Upasana.
So for me, simplicity means finding beauty in the very uncomplicated and valuing the essence of the things which matters to us more.
Oh, okay. Seeing beauty in uncomplicated things. I guess that's what you meant. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Yes, Toastmaster Yogita.
Yeah, for me, it is just living in the present moment.
Super. Yes, that's another wonderful definition of simplicity. Anybody else? Or have we come? Has everybody spoken? I guess more or less. So yes, all of you are right. That's exactly what simplicity is all about, right? Live a less hectic life, live in the present, see beauty in uncomplicated things, etc. But all this is great to talk about, right? As they say, it is easier said than done. So how do you think we should practice simplicity to gain these benefits that we just now spoke about? Right? Some of the ways, and you might be surprised to know this, some of the ways to practice simplicity is declutter your home as well as your mind. If you have a very cluttered home, that perhaps adds to the complexity in your life. So declutter your home, have more open spaces, grow trees, keep pots, etc. And declutter your home and as well as your mind. The second thing is live within your means, right? By avoiding unnecessary expenses. And there are so many other ways of practicing simplicity. Have decent food habits, wear simple clothes, be simple in your speech and manners. Believe me, this is all great to hear from someone. If we try to practice, that is when we will get to know how difficult simplicity is. It's a paradox, right? It is so difficult to be simple. Maybe it is very easy to be complicated. You simply have to jumble your mind left, right, center, and that's it. You're totally complicated. But to unclutter that jumbled up mind and live simple is a Herculean task. Seriously, right? So, with that small take on simplicity, let's go ahead in today's meeting, right? Even the Toastmasters, talking about simplicity, the way the Toastmasters has organized their communication track is equally simple. And my personal opinion, let's not go to the leadership track. You can't talk about the leadership track when it comes to simplicity, but definitely when it comes to the communication track, it is really simple. So you have your pathways, your guidelines are very clearly laid out. You just have to follow the guidelines and then you clear your pathways and move ahead towards becoming an eloquent speaker, right? That is so simple. And so are the meetings of the Toastmasters, right? It is simple. 3 sessions. You have speeches, you have table topics, and then you have the evaluation, right? Today, there is a small twist in the tail because Thursdays are marathon speeches in the Gabbys. So we are not going to have a general evaluation. So there is no general evaluator. But having said that, we have the speeches evaluations, and we have, which is basically the icing on the cake, that is the table topics evaluation as well. And we have very important people today to do this. And honestly, today's meeting is something which we will all cherish for a long time to come. And the reason for that is because we have got some very renowned people, established speakers today who are going to give speeches. Okay. And without wasting much time, I will go ahead and introduce the first speaker. By the way, one more announcement is that the timer today is none other than our first speaker, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. And I will just tell you how the timing will be done, since he will continue timing immediately after his speech. So when it comes to timing, for all speeches, all the three speeches today are between 5 to 7 minutes, right? And the first, so at the end of 5th minute, I or Sunil will show a green card. You can see our background turning green. At the end of 6th minute, our backgrounds turn yellow. And at the end of 7th minute, our background turns red, right? And at the end of, if the speaker continues speaking for more than 7 minutes 30 seconds, that person will not be qualified for uh, for votes, right? So that is the rule. And similarly, for the table topic, we have uh, uh, the table topic speaker should speak for a minimum of 1 minute. At the end of 1 minute, our backgrounds will turn green. At the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, the backgrounds will turn yellow, and at the end of 2 minutes, it will turn red, and it will be red till the speaker concludes. But if the speaker continues beyond 2 minutes 30 seconds, the speaker will be disqualified. Yeah. So that is basically for the speakers, and similarly for the evaluations. At the evaluations will be for 2 to 3 minutes. So at the end of the 2nd minute, our screens will turn green. At the end of 2 minutes 30 seconds, our screens will turn yellow. And the end of 3rd minute, the screens will turn red. And if the evaluator continues evaluating for more than 3 minutes 30 seconds, then the evaluator will be disqualified for voting. So that basically is the timer details for today. And ladies and gentlemen, let's now go ahead with the first speaker of today's first session, the speeches. So today's first speaker is someone who works in the public sector unit. He is please bear with me. Yeah, he is a working professional associated with the public sector unit as a senior engineer, very enthusiastic about learning new things to evolve himself. He has an ardent passion for playing cricket and speaking in English, and a strong believer in, ladies and gentlemen, simplicity, integrity, and hard work. He has joined Toastmasters to develop speaking in English and develop communication skills. In addition, he always prefers to build good and strong relationship to enhance his human assets. What a profound thinking. So his speech is from the pathway presentation mastery. He is into level 3, and this is project 1 of his level 3. His project name is persuasive speaking, right? The speech is for 5 to 7 minutes. The title of his speech is, Wow, what a diamond. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to today's first speaker, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta.
My stomach has become hard. I haven't defecated since yesterday. I always feel constipated. I can't take medicines regularly, and you know, I may get addicted to them. Oh, their overuse may worsen my symptoms. What should I do to clear my bowels? I used to mutter such words almost all day long prior to the last 6 months when I struggled with constipation for almost a year. Sometimes I couldn't even clear my bowels for 3 to 4 days. I would face pain while passing stool. I couldn't concentrate at work and would feel lost and irritable. I tried allopathic, Ayurvedic, even homeopathic medicines, but I couldn't get a permanent and satisfactory solution. One fateful morning, I woke up like a bloated balloon. Constipation had gripped me badly, and I was desperate for relief. I started browsing the internet and watching videos about instant relief from constipation. When I was searching internet, I found that there is a pose which is very beneficial, which is beneficial for digestion. Vajrasana, diamond or thunderbolt pose. With no other way out, I awkwardly sat in the pose, my legs trembling beneath me. Within 2 minutes, my digestive system announced freedom. My family in the next room burst into laughter. Vajrasana victory! My son exclaimed. Looks like the diamond worked. My wife chuckled. With a grin of some success, I got up and headed towards the toilet to win the final battle. A few minutes later, red faced and feeling relieved as I came out of the battlefield, I blurted out, "Wow, what a diamond!" From that day onwards, this diamond pose became my favorite sitting pose for internal alignment. Who knew this pose could be so relieving? I started practicing it after meals, especially after dinner, for 15 to 20 minutes or even more. Since then, I've been emptying my bowels completely after every bowel movement. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Although occasional constipation is very common, consistent and or chronic constipation may cause extreme straining and pain in passing stool. More importantly, if it is overlooked and it is left untreated, it may lead to severe complications such as hemorrhoids, swollen veins in rectum, and fissures, torn skin in anus. Don't worry. You can take, you can manage mild to moderate constipation by following a balanced diet full of fiber and plenty of water and incorporating the diamond pose in your daily routine for 15 to 20 minutes or more, depending on your strength and comfort. Have you ever seen Japanese people sitting on the ground and eating? How do they sit on the ground? Japanese people, even today, practice regularly a a posture that is called sija, similar to Vajrasana. They use this posture while eating for better digestion. Similarly, this posture is also used by people of the Islamic and Jain Buddhist community during their prayers. Today's social life is becoming more stressful, much busier earlier than in earlier times. Busy lifestyles and faulty dietary habits result in many digestive disorders. Among these, constipation is very common. According to the nationwide gut health survey, 20% of the adult Indian population is suffering from constipation, with 13% complaining of severe constipation. Most of the asanas are indicated empty stomach, but Vajrasana is indicated even after meals. It is very effective to for maintenance of digestion and cures disorders related to digestion. Like me, if you also want to discard your constipation problems, try Vajrasana. Then your gut will thank you and you will blurt out, wow, what a diamond. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause to today's first speaker, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Thank you, Sunil. Yes, as I said, simplicity comes in little things, and we should appreciate little things in life. And I'm definitely sure bowel movement is one of them. Thank you very much for that wonderful speech. Let's now move on to our second speaker. Toastmaster Sunil, I hope you will start timing from now onwards. All right, okay. I will send you your timing on the chat. Yeah, thank you. So let's go ahead with our second speaker today. Our second speaker is someone who is the Asia editor for the economics research team of ANZ Bank. She joined ANZ a year ago after over a decade in the content and publishing industry as a language expert. She loves pets, plants, painting, pizzas, and new places. She is vocal about neurodiversity and women empowerment. As an autism mom, she spends her free time researching about early childhood care and development or exploring new places with her son. What a profound profile. What a great profile, honestly. So she is currently pursuing her path, motivational strategies. She is in her level 3 and today she is attempting project 1 of level 3. The project name is Understanding Emotional Intelligence. Timer, please note, the speech time is 5 to 7 minutes. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for today's second speaker. Her speech title is Emotional Engineer. Emotional Engineer, Toastmaster Roshni Banerjee.
In a very real sense, we have two minds. One that thinks and one that feels. Few weeks ago, I was considering buying a vehicle for myself. I made my way to the usual showrooms, Tata, Hyundai, and then I see this beautiful car in the Mahindra showroom, the new Mahindra X 360. Oh my God, what a car it was. Perfect seating space, lovely exteriors, lovely interiors. And for a noob driver like me, it was automatic model that really blew my mind away. A part of my mind thought, this is the car I want. Then the other person sitting on my other shoulder tells me, that is going to cost you 15 lakhs with the road tax in Bangalore. So you see, guys, emotional intelligence is knowing which part of your mind you want to listen to. And it is also understanding when the other people in front of you talk, which part of their mind they are talking from. Emotional intelligence. By Daniel Goleman, this quote says, in a very real scenario, we have two minds, one that thinks and one that feels. He's the author of the book on emotional intelligence, and he defines it as the ability to recognize, understand, manage, influence, and decide on emotions, both in ourselves and in those around us. When I got the topic, emotional intelligence, I started thinking, why is it there in Toastmasters? What is the purpose of having something about emotional intelligence in our projects? Because there were other projects which discussed about listening skills, which discussed about vocal variety, body language. I completely understood. But then why emotional intelligence? But that got me thinking, isn't it emotional intelligence when you look at the audience and you understand and gauge what the audience is feeling, whether you're able to connect with them or not? Aren't the best speakers the one who can modify their content or modifying the tonality or somehow throw in the correct elements based on how the audience is reacting when they see furrowed brows or when they see people yawning a bit? Don't they read the body language of the audience and alter their tone? So yes, that's emotional intelligence. It is not just understanding emotions. It's actually understanding the feelings and responding and reciprocating to it. So that's why this project is important. And now I understand better. For example, as I give my speech, I'm looking at all of you to understand whether I'm connecting with you all, whether my content resonates with you all. And that's something you need to keep in mind as a speaker. But how does it work in a workplace? Come to think of it, don't you think our best managers are the ones who connected with us at the emotional level? I'll give a simple story from my own life. Today morning, I had a meeting with my manager. She sits somewhere far in Australia. I never get to see her. I don't meet with her or have those, comfy discussions with her or discuss the Netflix series she's watching or have a cup of coffee with her in canteen maybe. I miss that connection, that essential rapport that you need to build with the team members around you. I have it with my team members, but I don't have it with my manager. Yet I love her. I would do anything that she assigns me. I would go above and beyond to do work even on weekends for her. How did she manage to gain that level of commitment from me? It is all about emotional intelligence because she understood me and catered to my emotions and my feelings when I was in need. There were times when my child was really sick. There were times when I needed to take my child for an assessment. In all those scenarios, she provided me that extra benefit. She understood from where I came in terms of my emotions as a mother. At that time, I was not an ANZ employee for her. I was a mother and she saw me as a human. She understood my emotions, catered to it, and lo, now she has a very loyal, very committed team member. So that's where Toastmasters and guest emotional intelligence becomes important in our lives. We improve in leadership. We improve in our communication. When we use Toastmasters platform, definitely yes. How do we improve with emotional intelligence in our daily life? I challenge you guys, all of you. Today, when you hear the person in front of you speak, I request you to understand the feelings that are there. For example, if you are talking to somebody, trying to convince them, your team member perhaps, or perhaps your partner, are you trying to convince them of something? Then understand their emotions or the place from where they are coming. Instead of actually listening to the words, listen to their emotions. Perhaps you'll connect with them better. Resilience and adaptability. Emotional intelligence is about building resilience and adaptability with your emotions. Why did I say the topic of my speech was emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence of an emotional engineer. Yes, I'm an engineer by my education. By career, I'm an editor, but I'm a chemical engineer. So when I framed the title of my speech, at some point I thought, emotional engineer. They are going to wonder about the topic. Why would you wonder? Is this an emotional mess of a person who became an engineer due to family pressure? Of course, yes. I am somebody who took up engineering under family pressure. I was a mess during my engineering times because I understood nothing of the pressure or the academic requirements. I was an emotional mess because I couldn't sometimes manage my workload or manage my emotions in the best way possible. But then I completed it. Then I came to the workforce. And then somehow I found a career which completely aligned with my interests. And I slowly learned the nitty gritties of the office politics, the nitty gritties of how to be a better employee, how to be a better manager. So somehow down the line, that emotional engineer who was a mess of emotions has become somebody who can channel her emotions well and channel them in a positive manner to get the outcome she wants. For example, I really wanted to participate in the international speech competition in January, so I managed to complete my 2 levels. So that's how I say from experience that with the correct emotional engineering, yes, because it's an ongoing effort to manage your emotions at all times. So, with the correct emotional engineering, all of us can get the outcome that we really want, be it in our personal relationships, be it in work, or be it as a mother. In every sphere of life, we can get what we want with the correct emotional engineering. So, let's all commit to growing our emotional intelligence and working towards a path where emotional intelligence, it is not an innate trait for everybody, but it's a skill you can pick up. So, let's all pick it up. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roshni Banerjee. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our second speaker for that wonderful speech. Empathy and emotional intelligence are the leadership qualities I guess everybody is looking out for these days, not the functional skills. Thank you very much for that insightful speech. And with that, we move on to our third speech of the day. And to give the third speech, we have someone who is a psychologist. She's a 24-year-old diving headfirst into the fascinating world of psychology. She's all about connecting with folks. The connection is like fuel for her soul. Wow. She is today pursuing her path, team collaboration. She is in her level 3. Currently, she is doing a project 2 elective. The name of the project is Focus on the Positive. Ladies and gentlemen, timer, please note the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. The speech title, ladies and gentlemen, is Balance. Please put your hands together for our third speaker today, Toastmaster Priyamvada Sharma. Balance. Balance, Toastmaster Priyamvada Sharma.
Be positive. Everything is okay. Everything is nice. Just imagine everything is perfect. Perfect. Oh! Hello, everyone. Sorry for the interruption. How many of you have been told or have thought that positivity could solve all your problems? Please give a raise of hands. Well, I used to believe it too. Let me take you to a time when I was in 11th grade. In 11th grade, just hanging between the awkward bridge of teenage years and adulthood, life had taken a sharp turn and I had been transitioned from one school to another. And let me add one more thing to it. Like every other bio student in our country, I had been expected to crack NEET, to join the race of becoming a doctor. Well, with hope and excitement, my friends and I have joined this journey. But soon enough, the weight of it all had started pressing down on me. Waking up to go to school, then coming back home, then again going to coaching, then coming back at night, the long hours of studying, and trying to fulfill everyone's expectations had taken a toll on me. At home, I had become irritable, I had become snappy, and at school, I struggled to focus. And I was drowning in a sea of frustration and sadness. But won't give up. So, in my quest to feel normal, feel happy, I had turned to my two best friends, Google and YouTube. I searched and searched how to be happy, how to be feel normal, and they had given me answer. Think positive, meditate, and force yourself to be happy, and all your problems would be solved. But life is not like that, right? So, as a 11th grader, I thought that I won't give up. I gave it a shot. And every day I would just close my eyes and just feel and think the best possible scenarios, acing my exams, living happily with my family, not comparing myself, and living the life of my dreams. I would try. But when I would open my eyes, everything would came rushing back to me. The sadness, the frustration. Nothing had changed. I hadn't aced any exams. I was still where I was. Months passed with this ritual of me sitting, closing my eyes, and imagining, but nothing was changing. What was I doing wrong? Why wasn't anything improving? That's when, in my quest, I stumbled upon this blogger, Mark Manson. This guy had written something very different that I have not read, not heard in the motivational fluff that I have been reading. He had written that just thinking positive won't solve any of your problems. In fact, it would do the opposite. Thinking that positivity alone could solve your problems would lead to even more disappointment. Rather, accepting your feelings, your emotions, and your situation, and then moving forward would be the game changer. Well, that hit me. That's when I realized that I had been doing it wrong. I had been just thinking that if I think positive, everything would be solved. But no. So I decided to give it another shot and I started accepting my feelings, feeling them all the way through, whether it's sadness, anger, disappointment. I started journaling everything. Sometimes it was all great, sometimes it was filled with my fears, my tears, the chaoticness that my life was in. But I would let it all out and I would feel light. The next thing that I did was set realistic goals for myself. I decided that this is the day I would do biology, this is the day I would do physics, and slowly I was making progress. The third thing that was a real game changer, and I know most of you know about it, and I don't know how many of you practice, but it was gratitude. I know many things go wrong in our lives and many things was going wrong, but what about the things that go right, that are perfect? Sometimes we overlook it. So I just decided to see beyond the wrong things and look at the positives. Wow, I had completed my assignment today. Wow, I have scored great on my test. I had a good day with my family, so that needs celebration as well. Slowly, my thoughts automatically, as I started accepting my feelings, began becoming positive. It was like removing the weeds and then planting the seeds and watering the garden. And here, and let me share the truth that I learned along the way, that that life isn't just about being happy all the time. It's being present, it's being honest. All emotions, whether it's fear, it's anger, it's sadness, they are all valid and you need to feel them and you need to accept them. Not not just shutting yourself down on these emotions will solve anything. Accepting them is where the real change begin. So people who are listening to me today, My only advice or my only suggestion would be that don't, in the quest of being happy, you don't need to ignore your struggles, or you don't need to just be like make life about happiness. There are other emotions as well, there is a struggle as well. You can feel it all, accept it, and then be happy and make progress. So that's from my side. Over to our TMOD. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please hear for our third speaker, Toastmaster Priyamvada. As we were discussing earlier, accept what comes to you rather than thinking about being positive all the time. It doesn't serve any purpose. Very profound speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Priyamvada. With this, we come to the end of the first session of our meeting, which is the speeches session. We can now take a 5-minute break, right? And we will come back. It is 7:46 now, or going to be 7:47. We will come back at 7:52 sharp. Yeah, thank you. And we will now move on to the next section of our meeting, which is the table topic. And today's table topic master is someone who is a go with the flow person, and she's a joyful person. She has always been a people's person, so enjoying her phase as an HR and image and soft skills trainer. Beyond her 9-to-5 hustle, you will find her dancing, reading mind-bending books, exploring new places, or experimenting with different foods. And today, she's going to take us on a roller coaster ride on our table topic session. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to today's table topic master, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Mukund. And hello again, I'm back. Good evening. So, while talking about today, when we venture into the theme, it's something we often crave, but rarely we achieve. Simplicity. Am I right? Everybody wants to live a simple life, but still they are not able to find how to live the best. In a fast-paced world, simplicity is like a breath of fresh air. It's about finding clarity amidst chaos and enjoying the little things. But is it always simple? No. It makes us think, reflect, and sometimes laugh at life's jokes. That's exactly what we'll explore today through the table topics. Now, just to give a heads up about the rules, here's how it works. I'll call a participant to the stage and I'll give you a topic. You will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. The timing rules will be the green card will be shown at 1 minute, the yellow card will be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card will be shown at 2 minutes. You must wrap up your speech within 30 seconds after the red card, because 2:31 you will get disqualified. And also, if you speak even for 0 seconds, 59 seconds, then also you will be disqualified. So 1 minute is a mandate to qualify for the polls. Okay, I hope I'm clear. So let's keep it simple, creative, and fun. Who wants to take the first topic of the day? Anyways, I'm going to invite everyone. If you want to come one by one on your own, it will be more easier. Otherwise, I anyways have. Okay, so we have Toastmaster Manoj. Okay, let's start with something light. What's harder, keeping life simple or exciting? What's harder, keeping life simple or exciting?
Good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and table topic master, Toastmaster Yogita. One of the things I always feel, excitement is something quite difficult to make my life, because I'm not a person who getting excited by certain things or seeing certain things. The only time where I get excited is that if I'm coming from a background of technology, if I create a code and that works, that's only make me excited. If I'm playing a table tennis match, if I win the game, that makes me excited. If I lose the match, I got so not many times I have those winning instances that gives me a kick on, saying that, oh, I'm excited about it. Let me take you back to a story about my table tennis match. I'm sure many of you have heard before that I've been a table tennis player. So I was having this match last week on a division league where I was on those league matches where I was playing. My opponent read me very easily, and he found out that I get irritated, anger very easily if I lose a match. And that's what his strength, and what he figured out. And he started playing the match, not playing in the room of game winning the match. He was trying to mind gaming with me and trying to fiddle me down this one. So what he was trying to do me is that he's taking time off, which makes me irritated. And the more he take time off, I'm getting more irritated, so I'm losing the match. So answering to this question is that, I'm getting excited, making me life harder rather than, because I like to be a hard person rather than excited. I don't have many occasions where I get excited by looking at. The only time other than winning matches and those things, excitement is when I'm looking at those lights or the Christmas lights, the Diwali lights, the candles, that me excited. If I see the fireworks hitting on those on the sky, I get excited kind of things. So yeah, I mean, for me, excitement comes from there, not. And so answering the question, I would see my harder things makes me much more prevalent than the excitement. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Wonderful take on the topic, Toastmaster Manoj, and I admit that it was quite a twisted topic. Though I said it was light, nonetheless, you took a wonderful stance on it. And yes, life is not about how you live it. It's just about finding energy and zeal with whatever you're doing. It maybe sometimes exercise gives a high zeal to someone, and sometimes just comfort comfort rest on the bed. So it's anyway, it depends upon the thought process. Good take, Toastmaster Manoj. Next up, we have Toastmaster Anand raising the hand.
Yes.
Okay. So Toastmaster Anand.
Yes.
The topic for you is, if simplicity were a color, what would it be and why? If simplicity were a color, what would it be and why?
Yes, if simplicity were a color, what would be? Why? Giving such a creative topic. Thank you very much. Simplicity were a color. If the simplicity were a color, I can say that brightness. I can say that white color. All right. The white color, what it symbolizes? The white color symbolizes that it's a purity. Similarly, the simplicity is the manifestation of purity. Have you seen one actor? He's the superstar in all over India, Rajinikanth sir. Whenever he comes, he never have any makeup. He wears always a ordinary white shirt and with dhoti or pant. Right. See, this shows that the simplicity, that is the charisma for attraction. Giving makeup, that means we are showing to the world something differently, indifferent. The perception of the other person will take the meaning differently. Even I know there are many people, the leaders. There is a former chief minister of Tamil Nadu, Kamaraj. He was very simple. Chief Minister Arinyar Anna is very simple. When he was going to America, he was wearing only a white shirt with dhoti. When he was addressing in English for 3 hours, that was a pure silent. That shows that the capability of the person. The thing what necessary is that internal, not the external appearance, right? The internal capability that always pay off, not the external appearance, the way I look, the way groomings, Grooming is, however, required. That is not only the criteria to manifest that I am one of the brilliant person. That is all about the internal process. See that lot of rishis, yogis, they never wear shirts or dhotis, but people, they follow them, worship them, they pray them. Everything because of the inner potential, because of their vibe that comes only from the inner being, not from the external being. It is all about simplicity. Over to you, table topic master.
Wonderful take, Toastmaster Anand. And yes, you are right. Although there are multiple biases, although there are judgments based on the first impressions, it is important to take care of that. But what truly matters is what is inside the person. Great take, Toastmaster Anand. Moving towards the next topic, this one is going to be a thoughtful one. Who wants to take the bullet? Yeah, I was expecting that. All right, so we have Toastmaster Samita. Toastmaster Samita, your topic is, what's the most overcomplicated thing in life? What is the most overcomplicated thing in life?
The most overcomplicated thing in life is leading life itself. In today's world, we are talking about simplicity. When we look around us, we find that simplicity is the most difficult thing to achieve. It's not because that we don't know how to be simple. We know that we can get up in the morning and have a cup of tea. But what cup of tea do you want? I have my head being bombarded with those different types of teas possible. Green tea, boba tea, black tea, a tea which costs thousands of rupees, or a simple chai packet, which is 10 rupees. Now my mind starts overcomplicating things. What will I achieve? Green tea? That will be beneficial for me. Boba tea? Wow, everyone is talking about it. I need to try it out. So the very fact that one simple cup of tea, we forget that sitting on a serene Monday morning, having a hot cup of tea, doesn't matter what type of tea it is, with the person whom you love, with greenery in front of you, you can hear the birds chirping. Your day is made. But will we stop at that? We start overcomplicating things by thinking what others will think, what others are wearing, what is trending, what is there in my neighbor's house. We don't want that neighbors envy and bonus pride. We want that. Best TV, best car, best, everything has to be best. And when we run after that, what we lose is focus. Why are we here? What do you want to do? And the best example of overcomplicating thing is when we lose focus and we say we are disheartened because we have lost focus of what we really want. What our wants are really simple. We lead a life overcomplicating things, which makes it difficult for us to be happy. Over to you.
Great take, Toastmaster Samita. It was indeed quite an illustrative and very informative take, I must say. Yes, if we can conquer the what question with the why aspect, that why are we thinking about the what, our life will be much more simpler. Wonderful, Toastmaster Samita. Now who wants to go for the next topic? Come on, I really want everybody to volunteer. I see Roshni opening her camera. Great. So we have Roshni Banerjee. Roshni, the topic for you is, if you could simplify one rule in the world, what would it be? If you could simplify one rule in the world, what would it be?
Thank you, Toastmaster Yogita. I believe we have a teacher in our midst. Toastmasters, if there was one rule I would change and simplify, that would be that Only people who are passionate about teaching should get into the profession of teaching. This is something which is really close to my heart, not because I am a teacher or not because my child is going to school or facing any trouble. It is something I really believe in as a person who works with a child on the spectrum. And regularly, I connect with other kids like my son, and I connect with other children who are his friends. And this is something I regularly see in kids, that they love connecting. And they call me ma'am when I teach them drawing. I love art. I teach them drawing. And when I teach them, they call me ma'am. And somehow I feel, oh my God, I'm not a teacher. Don't call me ma'am. But then I think of it, they love me because I connect with them and I have the passion to teach them art. That made me think that so many kids, even when I was a student myself, struggled when I was taught by teachers who were doing it as a job, who were doing their bit just as a 9 to 5 job, just like my father was going to his office and doing. The teachers were coming, doing their job, and going away. The teachers who made the most impact on my life are the ones who connected with me as a student and as a human being, gave me good advice, taught me something really relevant and which helped me. And there are certain things which I learned back then, which I still carry with me. For example, the Gayatri Mantra. It was taught to me when I was in 4th standard, and I still chant it and I pass it on to my own child. So the right teacher can make a huge difference in a student's life. So I would simplify one aspect of our world, that would be teachers who are passionate about teaching and connecting with students and children should get into the profession. That will make a load of difference in the lives of so many children. Over to you, Toastmaster Yogita.
Great take, Roshni. It was, yes, it took me down to my memory lane when my mother was a teacher in the school I studied, and all my complaints used to directly go to her. Nonetheless, I'll share that story when my time comes. But that learning that I have taken from you is, be it any profession, not only teaching, if you're not into it, don't go for it. It only spoils your health and the people who are direct uh, takers of that your growth and learning. So thank you so much, Roshni, for sharing that aspect. Okay. And for the next topic, it's getting on interesting. Now, who do we have? Come on, Gabbys.
Bindu Joseph.
Yeah. Bindu, are you here?
Unfortunately, I am. So, shoot.
Fortunately for us, you are there. And so, will you like to be on camera?
I don't know if the lighting is good enough to see me on camera.
I will love to see you.
I'm in the road.
It's been quite some time. We have seen you. Wait a minute. Yeah, it works for us. So the topic for you, Bindu, is, do we overthink simplicity? Do we overthink simplicity?
I think it's a bit strange you're asking that question, because I feel you have overthought simplicity in the table topics that you are giving to us. Are those simple table topics? No way. So you are proof that, yes, we are overthinking simplicity. You did mention before you started off the table topics that simplicity is such a vague thing. I mean, one person's description of simplicity is not the same as another person's. Your definition of simplicity at 5 years is hardly going to be your definition of simplicity at 80. In fact, your definition of simplicity tomorrow may not be that of today. So, what do you consider simplicity? Things that are easy? Or, like a previous speaker said, things that are pure? I wouldn't really say it either way. You just define simple because you think it's easy, simple, pure, whatever. But where's the excitement in that? If you ask me, I don't like simplicity. I find it boring. I mean, why do you want life to be simple? Do you want a routine every day? Do you want your career to be predictable? Do you want your love life to be boring? I mean, or would you even define it as simple? No, I don't think so. So in all this rambling about simplicity, you have convinced me. I mean, you have succeeded in making me forget about what exactly you asked me. So that is proof that simplicity does not exist and should not exist. I don't like it. And if you really think, all of you, you don't want life to be simple. So back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Wow, what a great take, Toastmaster Bindu. Yet it was fun listening to you. And yes, simplicity is very, very different for everyone. For you, it's different. For me, it's different. And the topics I'm giving is just so that you know what is simplicity for you. Nonetheless, thank you so much. We'll move ahead with the next speaker and let me see who wants to go next. How about Toastmaster Mita? I see you first on the camera. That's why. You're on mute.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Don't worry, Toastmaster Mita, it won't be that bad. Anyways, it's just a table topic. Okay. A simple truth that changed your life. A simple truth that changed your life.
The truth, I always believe. I believe that truth, whatever I have, I should keep it open, my book. Always it should be a transparency. And I always believe in communication, also transparent communication. So truth, yes, I always say anything, it comes in my thing open with truth only. I'll never like to do manipulation or not know how to do manipulation. So in the truth, like I always say, yes, I don't know. I'll always say that I'm not good at this. I'm not good at technology, but I never yap myself. No, I know everything. No. Even today, table topic also, I'll not say that I'm master in everything. No doubt. I am learner. Every day and every minute I am learning something new. Even for learning online, I am learning here and I've joined this. I can do offline what I want. I can do without online anything. You ask me to write anything, I can do. But you ask me to do online, I am not. So I always say that truthful is always best. Today it is understood everyone. But tomorrow, if I'll say, yes, I know everything, and tomorrow my turn comes, and I'll say, no, I could not do, and I'll say something, but reality will come one or the other day. And the people will have no trust, no honesty on me. The trust what we keep, my dad used to say always, be always truthful. And he was like that. And he used to give me always suggestion. Don't say that I know everything and I do everything and truth. Because truth will reveal one day or the other day. That time, no trust will be there. And the trust to get it, it's very important in the life. Once you have broke the trust, never will get back. So that is in the thing. Always I take that learning from my father. Always still today, he's not more, he no more, but still I keep always this. And anywhere, anything, I speak out everything truth. I try to not hurt others' feeling, but still I see that I should not be in problem. Okay, over to you, table topic master.
That was an honest confession, Toastmaster Mita, and I loved hearing you out. And yes, it's very, very important to admit that we are all human beings and we don't know everything. And if we are admitting that, it's completely okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Mita, for taking us on that way again. And I am going to give the last topic for the day. And as the tradition goes, the TTE takes the last topic. So I would like to call upon TTM Akshay Singh for the last table topic.
Sure, Yogita. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so the topic for you is, if life were a simple recipe, what would the ingredients be? If life were a simple recipe, what would the ingredients be?
Everyone wishes to prepare the best recipe. In the year when I first got an opportunity to prepare a dish, and it was supposed to be experienced by multiple different people, I was very nervous because I knew nothing to prepare except for the 2 minutes Maggie and a cup of coffee. That was the first time which I wanted to experiment and figure out the right recipe. So I reached out to multiple different friends to figure out what I can quickly prepare. Because this dish was supposed to be shared and experienced by a lot of different kids of small age. And I was going to take it to an orphanage on my birthday. It was my specialty, so I wanted to figure out the best recipe. That day, I had reached out to multiple different people, but to my astonishment, I hadn't asked one person whom I had to ask, which was my mother, who gave me life. So in our lives, we all want to prepare the best recipes. And if I have to share what recipes can be the best, experience life and try to figure out. Because if you have not tried something, you will not figure out what are the ingredients which is best for you. If you have not failed, you will not know that this ingredient might add too much spice or maybe too salty or maybe too sweet for your life's journey. So figure out, experiment, fail, act, try to go out of the box which you have made for yourself and figure out the best ingredients. Over the years, I have tried experimenting and reaching out to the people who are closest to me. And the ingredients which I feel are the best are these four. First, you take the will to act. Second, you experience all the different activities around you. Third, try to indulge in different kinds of food, different kinds of culture. And fourth, interact with people. If you have these four, which is the will to act, experience food, experience culture, and indulge with people, I'm sure each one of you will find the best ingredient of your life. But do not be binded by the box. Try to experiment and explore. Over to you, Yogita.
Thank you to DTM Akshay. That was a great and unique take. And yes, with this, I would just like to take my learning that if you are able to include creativity with whatever you do, you will make the best dish out of your life. And I'm sure DTM Akshay, your life, including the points you shared, will be a life well lived. Thank you to all the speakers for your wonderful responses. It's amazing. These topics brought unique perspectives. Though a bit difficult, I just wanted to understand what would your output be. So it's okay. Sometimes the table topics can be tricky too. But it's amazing. You all did wonderfully well. With that, I hope today's session inspired you to embrace spontaneity and explore new ideas. We never know what is in the bag tomorrow. And if people who have not got the table topics today, we always have a second chance. We have meetings on Saturdays and Tuesdays as well. Now I hand the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for today's table topic master, please. Without doubt, it was one of the best table topic sessions that we have had. Simplicity and what all thoughts the topics actually provoked amongst our members. Excellent. Thank you very much for that. Before I go on to the next session, there are some 3 or 4 points that I would like to make, which are actually the benefits of simplicity. Right. First is sustainability. People talk about being green. So simplicity can help create sustainable development by teaching you to use resources wisely. So if you are simple, then you will use your resources wisely, and that is going to create sustainable development. The second one is about environmentalism. Now, here, simplicity can help reverse the trends that have led to challenges such as global warming and deforestation. Third, and this is really a good one, creativity. Now, simplicity can serve as a catalyst for boundless creativity. We were talking about being excited, and we thought being excited is not being simple, etc., etc. But here is something where it says simplicity and creativity go hand in hand. And finally, gentlemen and ladies, this is for us Toastmasters. Simplicity can be a root of effective communication. As I was saying before, if there is no clutter in your mind, right, and if your thinking is very straight and natural, that leads to the effective communication. So with that small take on simplicity, we will now move on to our next session. It's a very exciting session. It is called the evaluation session, and we have really great evaluators today, right? A good takeaway for all of us. First, we will evaluate the speeches. And sorry, before I go there, can I request the timer to tell us if there are any disqualifications? First in the speeches and then in the table topics, please.
All are qualified in the prepared speeches as well as table topic speeches.
Oh, excellent. Fantastic. Great. All right. So we will now go ahead with the first evaluation. Our first evaluation was for the first speaker, Sunil Gupta. And this evaluator is someone who believes that change is the only way of life. And her life reflects that. She started her professional journey as a teacher and then chased her dreams till she was finally the principal of a school. But dreams changed, and now she's a soft skills trainer and for graduating kids. Over the year, her hobbies have changed as well from batik and cross stitch to reading and traveling. She is enjoying currently her third pathway, ladies and gentlemen, her third pathway in Toastmasters journey. So please put your hands together to the evaluator of our speaker, Sunil Gupta, Toastmaster Samita Kar.
Thank you. Thank you, TMOD, Toastmaster Mukund, for that unique and such a beautiful introduction of mine. My target speaker, Toastmaster Sunil. We had a unique experience of a speech that delved into the gut level truth of persuasion. Literally. Speaking on constipation, how to overcome it through yoga was undoubtedly a moving topic. I must applaud you for your bravery because choosing such a topic that is often swept under the carpet. You had our attention right at the start because let's face it, constipation is an universal topic. But we loved it. The way you presented and the way you gave us the solution. You had fulfilled your project objectives. If you had to do something like we are in Gabbys and we want to do certain things in a better manner, what could have been better? Like if I have to give this speech, I would make my introduction shorter. You had in the beginning a bit of a role play. You can use your vocal variety and your tone to make it more engaging and interesting. Your introduction can be shorter so that while you are telling us about the benefits, you would have more time for it. The asanas that you have spoken about, maybe there would be some more benefits which you could have added to it. You know, just like a perfect speech, you had sprinkled your speech with humor. It was funny. At the same time, persuasive speech is not about facts. It is about making us feel the solution. So next time, consider when you're giving a persuasive speech to make the audience feel and need to persuade them to change. And whatever you are speaking for, let them embrace that change. Overall, it was a very brave topic that you had taken. A little more variety in tone and pacing could have enhanced and made it a standout performance. I hope to see you in your next speech. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much for that wonderful evaluation, Toastmaster Samitakar. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to our evaluator number one, Samitakar. With this, we go on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Roshni Banerjee, and she is evaluated by someone who is a chirpy, happy-go-lucky bookworm who loves to eat, cook, travel, listen to music, and read about Indian mythology. She has been fortunate enough to visit 13 different countries and love exploring new cultures. Currently, she works as a senior technical writer for a multinational company. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to the evaluator of our second speaker, Toastmaster Roshni Banerjee, who is Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh.
Toastmaster Roshni, you delivered a truly captivating speech that left the audience engaged and reflective. The title was very intriguing, and from the very start, you grabbed the attention of the audience and you have set the stage about a very thought provoking message. Your tone was remarkable. You had a beautiful ups and downs throughout the complete speech, and even there were moments where you have exclaimed, "Oh my God!" And you had described about the automatic car. Your emotions were spot on, and it resonated beautifully with the audience, as if we as if I felt I was with you and you were describing about your story. It was that spot on. Additionally, the way you explained the title was very crisp and very concise, keeping the audience focused and intrigued. You used three examples in your complete speech, which was very crisp, concise, as well as it was very to the point. That made the audience connect to your stories very fast, and even it was very thought provoking. And at the end, you have given a very beautiful takeaway and a very solid message through your complete speech. Now, coming towards some points of improvement where I think if you take it up, it will leverage your speech. While the delivery was very engaging, I have absolutely loved it. I felt during the end of the speech, you were rather rushing towards the end, and I felt if you had, I felt that there was too many points to cover, but since there was time constraint, you had to rush your ending. So if you can take that up. Second, I felt that second point was you started your own story. I mean, the first three stories were great, but end when the timer was starting the red and ending the yellow, that's when you started your own story about how you were a chemical engineer and then you change your career. Maybe if you could have brought it earlier, then maybe you could have given it at least a minute or so. So make sure that the story crunching is on time. Third, if emotional intelligence is a crutch word, then it has been used multiple times. So I would request that if you can use any synonyms of that complete word, because it was too repetitive. In your speech, we could have at least more than 20 times you have used this word together. So if you can manage that, I'm sure your speech will not only be great, but you are a great speaker, and it has been absolute pleasure to hear you. And I we all would love to hear more from you. These all nooks and crooks, if you manage, I'm sure your speech will go to another level. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Upasana, for that excellent evaluation. And now we go to the evaluation of the third speech. And to give this speech, and this speech was, of course, given by our Toastmaster Priyamvada Sharma. And to evaluate Priyamvada, we have someone who is an IT consultant by profession. He has been with Toastmasters for last couple of years. He is a Malayalam movie buff, and he loves to walk in the woods and play table tennis. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to our third evaluator who is evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Priyamvada Sharma, who is Toastmaster Manoj Nair.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, and my thought-provoking and introspective speech delivery person, Priyamvada Sharma. What a great speech, Priyamvada. You have exposed your self-awareness about your speech. And the whole speech objective was basically examining your own emotional feelings and how your response to that. And you stood it very correctly, because the kind of speech was all about your small nuggets of emotions, your relatable feelings, how that can impact others on that. So let me share my thoughts on it. Let me deep dive into it. So what I see really is looking into your speech was more relatable and reflective speech. I can see a lot of nuggets of small relatable stories where you mentioned about his self-awareness example, like hopping schools, making new friends, living the life of a dreams. I really relate to that one, because when you mention about those kind of things, I can see that you have that kind of passion and energy and enthusiasm telling those kind of things. One thing that really stood out in your speech, and I think this is one of the key things, was your kind of openness. When you are open, when you're trying to expose yourself, your vulnerability, people like to relate to it. And I can see you build the credibility by saying about those smaller things, your joy, your happiness, your anger, your fear, your sadness. You mentioned about those things, small stories actually there, which was inbuilt in your story, what really helps others, audience, to step into it and figure out what exactly the person you are, Priyamvada. So I really like the kind of perspective which was very resonatable, and you have brought those kind of emotions very deeply embedded in ourselves. So I think what I feel is that in your speech, how you can able to tweak your speech, how you can able to make more impactful and impactful this one. The emotions on your sadness, this coming back to your strength as well, the feelings, the joy and happiness. If you ask me, I would be very cynical about telling this one. I didn't get moved by your emotions and your feelings, because it was so rushed and it was so monolithic that I didn't see that kind of emotions. The one thing which I've seen, you use the prop of a teddy bear. You were trying to cuddle, but you didn't give that kind of time for audience to sink in, absorb what you're trying to do. You just brought this prop and you just take it out from there. That is the area where you can able to be. I mean, I'm not very good in terms of animations about my face, but I would say is that maybe that kind of feelings of sadness when you mention about making new friends, you're hopping schools, those kind of those kind of things where you can able to bring a lot of strength. Yeah, your strength on this one. The other thing which I would say, your call to action was a bit of a rush kind of thing. You mentioned about the journalings, the gratitudes, the celebrations. I didn't see, because again, coming back to your voice modulations and tonality of that one, it was a bit of a rush on that one. So even though your ending was there, you're trying to make it more focused, by signposting the 1, 2, 3 kind of thing, so that people can take you back when you're done with the speech. The last is, which is a tiny your background. So much of voice in terms of not the noise, but in terms of visual noise was there. Trying to better your background, so maybe a contrasting one, which I have done it. But other than that, I really like the way calm, composed speaking, and this nuggets of small relatable stories, which was deeply embedded with empathy and emotions. With that, back to you, Toastmaster Mukund, Joshi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for that excellent evaluation given by Toastmaster Manoj Nair. Thank you very much. Okay, now we will go to what we call the icing on the cake of Gabbys, which is the evaluation of the table topics. But before I go there, ladies and gentlemen, I have a googly question for all of you. Is there anything in life that cannot be achieved through simplicity? Does anyone has any take on that? Is there anything in life that cannot be achieved through simplicity? Yeah.
Advancement.
Sorry?
Modernity, advancement.
Oh, advancement can't be done through simplicity, is what you're saying. You can't advance in life by being simple. Okay, all right. Toastmaster Akshay, I think you had, DTM Akshay, I think you had raised your hand. Do you want to?
Yeah, so if you do not have simplicity, you can't use the word complexity. So you won't have an antonym for that, say, on a lighter note.
A good one. Good one. Without simplicity, there is no complexity. Excellent. I would say rocket science. I would say by being simple, I don't think you can achieve rocket science. That's my take. Anyways, that was a small googly to you people. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the evaluation of our table topics. This is something that we all are eager to hear because all of us want to become good impromptu speakers. All right. It's something that we come across every day in our life, in our personal life, in our professional life, etc. And here we have someone who is going to evaluate all the table topics that was spoken today. And this gentleman, he is, first of all, a distinguished Toastmaster. He's a senior data engineer at IDFC First Bank. He has a passion for cycling, puzzle solving, poetry, and volunteering in the areas of environment, education, and empowerment. He is a Toastmaster since 2018. He has already completed 4 parts. He now serves as a District Public Relations Officer for District 98. Throughout his Toastmasters journey, this gentleman has received many accolades for communication and leadership within the Toastmasters community. He has collaborated with multiple Toastmasters across the world, conducted sessions on public relations, table topics, evaluation, and use of technology within Toastmasters, and continues to foster his leadership and communication excellence. I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to have such a person be in our meeting today and evaluate our table topics. Ladies and gentlemen, the person I'm talking about is none other than our table topic evaluator, who is Distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh. DTM Akshay Singh, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Mukund. I just wanted to understand how much time would I have for this particular segment?
You have around 30 seconds per topic.
All right.
Yep.
So 3 minutes. All right. Starting with Manoj, I'll divide the feedback into parts. I'll highlight what are the areas which I enjoyed, which I felt the speaker's strength, and which are the areas which I felt the speaker can include the next time they attend a table topics or any speech. Manoj's topic was life is either simple or exciting, which is harder. So he went ahead to describe about his table uh, tennis, which is something which he plays, and if he is indulged in, he used his personal story to share how it becomes simple and when it becomes exciting. So that contrast was a good way to gather engagement. The other part which I hope the speaker would have done is the question was very specifically, what's harder, keeping life simple or exciting? What I could relate was he shared the scenarios where it is simple and where it is exciting in table tennis. If you could have mentioned what is harder, that would have given a overall take an answer to the question which was asked. Otherwise, well done, Toastmaster Manoj. Toastmaster Anand, your question was, if simplicity were a color, what would be and why? Over here, I understood that you mentioned that it is inner being and not the outside external aspect. You give different examples of different personalities. That was done very well. That helped to engage with an audience. If suppose I'm interested in different personalities, I would be really intrigued to hear the perspective. Again, a color. You could have highlighted a color, a specific color among the different colors. If you wanted to highlight, say, simplicity is just plain white. Simplicity is just black. You could have used a color and framed your story around it. That would have given an edge to the question which was asked and an answer to the question. Otherwise, well done. Toastmaster Samita, your question was, what is the most overcomplicated thing in your life? And over here, you again tried to contrast it between different examples. So that contrast was very evident right from the start, and you took it till the end. The only thing which I would have felt would have been different, you could have given a very specific point. You shared multiple examples, one example, and used it to be the central skeleton of the story. That would have made me engage at a deeper level. Because when you share multiple examples, my attention is, yes, first example, as soon as I'm processing, I'm listening to another example. So if you give me time to process them, be having the central idea, that would be great. Toastmaster Roshni, If you have to simplify one rule in the world, what would it be? And she instantly answered that I would want only people who are passionate about teaching to be teachers. That was an instant answer to the question. It gave up the answer immediately. And then she shared about her personal story about her teacher and how his role in her life made a difference. And then finally urged that this is what she believes in and this is what the rule she would be wanting. So a complete loop was formed right from the answer to a personal story to give more context, and then finally a point urging the audience. Now, Roshni, what could have been done differently was the characters which you utilized. You could have personified the characters more. You could have given more descriptions about them. You could have used the character development in your story. So every story when we are listening, right? If you have a character, you did had mention the context was set, but a character development as well as adding some twist maybe to the story or giving some insights as to what different happened. What if you do not have a passionate teacher? What happens? That would have been something exciting to you. Toastmaster Bindu, your topic was, do we overthink simplicity? Well, instant response was she connected to the table topic master and shared all the topics which you shared. You have overthought about it. So that's what we call presence of mind, to utilize what is available and engage everyone. So that is something which, since everyone is listening to the topics, we all remember the tabletop master, a character which we all have in our mind. And then finally, the topics which we all have heard. So it instantly connects. And then she went on to say difference for how simplicity and overthink happens from her perspective. I would have loved the final take to be a strong call to action. What you want us to act upon? Should we oversimplify or should we just let it be simple and just experience life? Toastmaster Mita, simple truth that change your life. Well, I really loved that be truthful. And you shared multiple examples as to how being truthful helps you. If you are not aware of something, you'd be frank that I'm not aware, I'm learning. And then you highlighted the aspect which is keep learning. The continuous learning aspect, that is what I can take back from the speech. You gave a character about your father, and you did mention that his teachings are what you still imbibe when you're practicing. So that was a complete story. A thing which could have been done differently was the fundamental aspect which you mentioned, be truthful as to how it has can help others bring a change in their life. You shared about your change. Definitely, I'm inspired. But what we should try inculcating? How should I try to act on it? What next step can I do immediately, maybe after leaving from this meeting? That would have been something exciting to hear. Otherwise, well done. On myself, I gave a speech. In the initial start, I was trying to figure something out and I was not expecting that I would deliver a speech. So I digressed a lot from the question which was asked, which was, if life were a simple recipe, what would be the ingredients? I would have directly started from the ingredients rather than sharing the orphanage story that did not made much context. That would have helped me be on point and have given me much more time to conclude onto what all ingredients mean and how that has become a simple recipe of my life. Overall, everyone did well. You highlighted the points which were of your personal story, incorporating certain specific call to actions towards the end, as well as being on point to the question asked. We all can elevate our speeches which we delivered in the impromptu segment. Over to you, Toastmaster Mukund.
Thank you so much, DTM Akshay Singh. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for our table topics evaluator, Akshay Singh. I think we really have a lot to take away from his evaluations. We can really move our own table topic speeches one notch higher by incorporating all the suggestions that he gave to so many of our speakers today. Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful evaluation. Uh, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the evaluation. Okay, I asked a question right before this session. What is it that can be done without being all that simple? And I said my take was rocket science. Guess why I said that? Because every time when we ask someone to do something simple and they are unable to do it, we always tell them it's a simple thing to do. It's not rocket science. So for that reason, I said something which can't be done in a simple way is rocket science. So, all right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it was a wonderful day today. Although we had very less number of people, but still, which is very unlike Gabbys, but nevertheless, our speeches, our table topics, and our evaluations that the quality of this was never less, in spite of there being very less number of people. People who didn't attend today don't know what they missed, right? So with that, a great session. And one more point, I think till 5 minutes back, as I was observing, all the people who joined in the beginning of the meeting were still there till the end of the meeting. And that goes to show the quality of the meetings that we have. All right. So excellent. I really had a wonderful time being the Toastmaster of the day today. And I'm really privileged, in fact, to be the Toastmaster of the day today. Thank you so much. And I now, before I log off, timer Sunil Gupta, were there any disqualifications in the evaluations?
Yes, Mr. Manoj Nair used 3 minutes 43 seconds. That's why I think he is disqualified. And Mr. Accessing, DTM Accessing used 5 minutes 51 seconds. So
No, the evaluations, the voting will be only for the speech evaluations. The table topic evaluator is more like a role player, like a TMOD or a general evaluator. So there won't be any timing for the table topic evaluator.
So,
Right.
okay, apart from Manoj Nair, other two evaluators are qualified. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And I would request our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Yogita, to launch the polls for all of us to vote. Thank you. And back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mita Shah.
Thank you for such a wonderful simplicity theme. And the theme itself was simplicity. And really, I can say that it was a really interesting and learning lot of things. I believe in simplicity, and we have a many our members like you can say that Lal Bahadur Shastri. He was a very simple man and down to earth. Our Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he was also same thing. He was very simple, but he was a great person. So there are many personality. Vivekananda, then now Narayan Murthy, so Sudha Murthy. So they are all like we learn lot of things from them. They are having lot of money, but still they don't show. They are always in a simple way. Their life is simple. Everything is simple. So this topic made me to be like, yes, it is very interesting. And though it is a very simple, but it was a vast to understand and learn lot of things. And thank you for that. I'll start with the Sergeant at Arms. Yes, Sergeant at Arms was really good. Thank you for Sergeant at Arms for your wonderful speech. Thank you for all the role takers, Toastmaster of the day, Table Topic Master, and Table Topic Evaluator. So thank you for that. And now we have a thank you for all the speakers and the evaluators. And now I request guests to share your experience and your feedback regarding today's meeting. So I can see table topic evaluator Akshay or DTM, I mean distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh. Can you give your feedback how you felt about today's meeting? Can have as a
It is always fun to be back at Gabbys, whether it's the online Thursdays or Saturdays, which happens hybrid. The aspect of Gabbys is that every member who comes over here is passionate and they give their best. That's what it helps. You get bi-directional learning. You can share something and take something back. So that's why all those meetings is fun. And it's been a long time after which I have come back to Gabbys. So I'm really grateful for giving me this opportunity and being present over here.
thank you so much. And thank you be coming to our club always. We always want you to be there, and we enjoyed your table topic evaluation. Now we have next guest, Roshni, a speaker, Roshni. Yes. You are mute. Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mita. It was my first time speaking at a external club and attending a Gabbys meeting as well, I believe. And it was very unique to see how people from different walks of life have come, and everybody has their own unique quality. For example, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, I loved your intonation and enunciation. And Toastmaster Mita, I love the way you have this calmness about you. You know, I wish I could emulate that, because of most often I speak too many words per minute. So I think I learned something from everybody. So it's a wonderful experience, and this is what I value about attending external club events. That I get to hear more speakers, interact with more people, and learn something from each and every one of you. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I look forward to attending more sessions.
You're always welcome, and thank you for giving such a nice, wonderful speech. I I really was very engaged, because as a passionate, you said your table topic. I am a really teacher, so I also reach to that what you said. It was really, I agree with that, because without the passion, the future of the kids are in our hand. That if there is no passion, the kids will not grow in their future in life, and they'll never remember also. After a year, because it's being a teacher, I'm from since so many years. Still today, after though they got married, they have a kids, they still remember, and their kids comes as a for me to study. So I always believe that yes, teacher is the one who can make or break someone's life. So I believe in that. So thank you for that. Such a wonderful speech, as well as tabletop. And be coming always welcome to our club as a guest. Next, we have anyone else? Okay, we want from Evaluator 1, Samita Kar. She's a club member, but after a long gap, we miss you a lot.
Thank you for
Now, being a nanny ma, she has to give a treat. So now today we want to hear a lot of things from you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's always good to come back to Gabby's. It's a home, and I miss when I don't attend the meetings. I wanted to, but then I'm entering a new phase of life. I wanted to enjoy that phase of life without any distraction. And I wonder at one thing: two little bundle who can't speak, can't demand, has four people around the clock catering to their needs. How is that possible? You know, without saying any word, with only crying, they make us dance throughout the day and night, and we are happily doing so. So I think so. They are leading the best time of their life, and we as parents, grandparents, especially, I have been mother of two kids. I was somehow more courageous in doing things, but with these two bundles, I find that I am uh, always thinking of what to do more. And my daughter is complaining about that Mama, you were always very strict with us. What happened when it comes to these two kids, that you are right now you're telling them they're not just a month old, and you are giving me advice on what not to do and what should not be done with those. Well, it doesn't apply to us. I said, no, it never applies to you, but because always the interest is more precious than the principal amount that we have. So yes, I do miss Gabby's, and I'm looking forward to coming back. Every meeting has something new to learn. We get evaluation. I love the evaluation section, and distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh, he gave us the evaluation, bang on evaluation. Where are we missing, and what can make our speech better? It is so very important. And I love today's theme, simplicity. Seriously, with everything around us, how to be simple? No, it is a daily struggle to be simple, basically. Even if you want, we cannot, because the options are too many out there. And somewhere down, we are human beings. Every time we feel we can have something better in our life. We are not Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, we are not Swami Vivekanand. So, though we love them, though we would love to follow their footsteps, but we are our own human beings, our own wants. How to control? I can say we try and control our wants and needs as much as possible. So, once in a while, just to take a rain check on what we are doing, how we are doing, helps us. And Gabby's meeting like this with the theme of simplicity puts in your mind, yeah, I need to think again. What is important and what is simple? That's all from my side. Over to you.
Thank you so much with such a wonderful words after a long time. We was missing, but yes, today I felt that yes, something I'm learning a lot of things from you, and always I learn from your thing. So even thing is our TMOD Toastmaster of the day is also simple. So he has chosen a simplicity. I believe always I see him because we meet in person on every Saturdays. So I always see him. So that is the thing. He made this topic also very simple, and but the thing meaning was a lot. There is no end on this meaning and vast thing it is. So thank you for our Toastmaster of the day, Mukund Joshi also, as well as now results are ready. So our favorite speaker, Roshni Banerjee. You are the winner. Congratulations. Let's give a huge round of applause for such a wonderful speech. And our table topic speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh. Congratulations. And the evaluator, none other than Samita Kar. Great, congratulations. And our role taker, favorite role taker is Mukund Joshi, none other Toastmaster of the day. Great. See, I said no, simple thing, but simple living, but showing all award always. So congratulations all the winners of the today's meeting. Now we have given all, see you all. Like for the next meeting, we have on Saturday, 25th Saturday, at 10 a.m. to 12 noon, Indian Standard Time in hybrid meeting mode. So we meet at 91 Springboard near Vivekananda Metro Station next to C.V. Raman Hospital, Indiranagar, Bangalore. By this, I adjourn today's meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the role takers, even timer as well as the speaker.
Thank you so much.
Sunil Gupta. And our TTM as well as Sergeant at Arms as well as Table Topic Master, Yogita. Great job. Let's give a huge round of applause to all our role takers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye.
Upcoming
Saturday.
Thursdays. Please feel free to join us on Thursdays, Tuesdays, or Saturdays. We are here to welcome you all, and let's all be whatever we have aspired to pick up and continue on the journey of Toastmasters. Thank you. All right. Take care. Bye bye. Good night.